What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Fire podcast, where we want to stoke the flames of freedom every single day. As you can see, we got quite the story for you guys today. But before we get into that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and share the show with your friends. We want to grow this channel. We want more people to see what's going on in the world so that more people can be aware. All right, let's read the news. Texas lawmakers filed bills to make hosting drag shows illegal for establishments that aren't licensed as sexually oriented. Lawmakers in Texas have filed multiple bills that would make it illegal for an establishment to host a drag queen show unless they are classified as sexually oriented businesses. Republican lawmakers have argued that children should not be able to access the events, that establishments hosting them should operate under the same rules as a strip club. And I agree. The bills HB 643, HB 708, and HB 1266 are all aimed at drag shows and making their way through the Texas legislature this session. If you want to be a sexually oriented business, that's fine, but you need to play by the same rules as everyone else does, State Rep. Jared Patterson told the local station. Rep. Patterson's bill HB 643 would impact the zoning of establishments that host the shows. In Austin, for example, a sexually oriented business cannot be located within 1,000 feet of a school, museum, library, or daycare. Sorry if you guys can hear the sirens outside. We're trying to tailor a bill to say that the sexually suggestive drag shows where grown men wear women's underwear and seek children to stuff dollar bills into their underwear, Patterson continued. We don't want that to occur in the state of Texas. Thank God I live here. I don't want a big, heavy-handed government coming down, but I think that we need to protect the innocence of our children, Patterson said. And ultimately, that's what it comes down to. I am a father of an 8-month-old daughter. I'm a Christian. I've grown up in a Christian household my entire life. I had many people in my family who were pastors. And ultimately, at the end of the day, these drag shows are already illegal. It's ridiculous that we would even have to make these bills like this, because these bills they're just reinforcing laws that we already have. This is already illegal for children to be around sexual activity like this. But the police are not stepping in and enforcing anything. These drag shows are stealing the innocence of our children. These people who put these shows on are actively stating that these are, it's all ages. It's not inappropriate. Bring your kids. Enjoy the show. And then they're being sexualized. There was another show in Dallas, I believe either last week or this week, where we had state reps who were there giving speeches at the event, supporting these drag shows. And yes, once again, there were children in the audience looking at nudity and hearing sexually explicit content. This shows a loss of moral values in our country. It truly does. It shows that we are losing our Christian roots. Now, I know what you're saying. You might not be a Christian. You might be atheist or agnostic. It doesn't really matter to me, because at the end of the day, the values that we had were good values. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, this would never happen. This would not be allowed, because the police would be shutting it down, because it's so clearly and obviously illegal. Let's read on. Carrie Lynn, the owner of Extragrams, a drag entertainment business, told the station that the laws would be limiting art. Okay, Lynn. Lynn books drag queens for events including weddings and the all-ages New Year's celebration in Austin. She said, and I quote, "For it to be classified as a whole as a sexually oriented art is just wrong," Lynn told the station. "It's just absolutely wrong. Anytime we know that there are going to be children present or there's going to be a younger audience, we always make sure to curate it so that it's appropriate." Really, Lynn? As you can see from these pictures right here, this is from a drag queen show in Austin that took place, I believe, a couple weeks ago. There's children in the audience of these pictures right here. And as you can see, there's two men here clearly modeling out the sexual acts that they would do on one another. with children in the audience. There's nothing vaguely appropriate about that. This was not curated. Don't lie to us. It's ridiculous. Now, despite my frustration and my anger as a father towards these types of disgusting things, this story does give me hope. It does give me hope that there's people who are fighting back. Ultimately, these bills that are being passed in the state of Texas are going to do good. They're going to keep children out of these shows, and I'm very happy about that. But at the end of the day, this is just in the state of Texas. I believe that Governor Ron DeSantis was able to get some things passed in the state of Florida, but at the end of the day, most of this stuff is still going on all over the country in other states. So what can we do? What can we do? Well, you need to be talking to your state reps. You need to be blowing them up, calling them, emailing them, trying to get in contact with them in any way that you can, and asking them, hey, what are you doing to stop this? Why are you not doing what Texas is doing? Why are you not doing what Florida's doing? Why are you not doing what Arkansas is doing? Why are you not taking action and trying to protect children? And then at the same time, if you are a Christian or you are a Jew or you are a Muslim, you need to be going to your spiritual leaders and saying, hey, we got to speak up about this. Why is nothing being said? Because if we as I can only speak from a Christian standpoint, but if we as Christians don't speak up and say things, it's no wonder that the majority of youth that grow up in youth groups and churches all over the country, as soon as they leave high school, they don't even come back to church. It's no wonder. Because they get involved in things like this. They hear things like this from the world, and they say, oh, well, they said it's not bad. And the church, well, they just never even really talked about it. So I guess it's okay. We got to speak up, guys. We got to do better. People were asking me how, Kendall, why are you going to start this channel? Why are you going to make videos like this? Is because the kids that are growing up today are only hearing one side. They're only hearing one side. They only hear from the left, and the right is scared. The right is scared to speak up. Oh, I don't want to lose my job. I don't care about losing my job. I don't. Not at this point. I have a child that I have to protect. I have a child who needs to know that she has a father who's going to fight for her and is going to fight for this country and is going to fight for Christian values and godly values. I'll leave it there. We got another show for you guys tomorrow. I will see you guys then. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.